welcome to Sundays with Amber. I'm Amber and this is Cooper. We're really glad to have you here today. For today's practice, you will need 2 blocks and a blanket or a pillow. Come to a cross-legged seated position. Place your hands on your thighs or your knees. Lift your chest. Draw your shoulders back so that your collarbones are wide. With your chin parallel to the floor, look down and look at the floor or close your eyes, but keep your chin parallel. And just start to notice your breath moving around your heart. So on the inhales, expand your chest cavity 3-dimensionally. And when you exhale, feel that area kind of retract. So every inhale, you're filling your lungs completely, almost to the armpits, the side ribs, the collarbones, the shoulders. And as you exhale, feeling that all kind of soften without collapsing around the heart. And again, inhale, expand into the chest. And as you exhale, feeling that area retract. Visualizing the breath move around the heart. Last one, inhale deeply. And exhale deeply. As you continue to breathe like this, just for a few more rounds on your own, contemplating, sitting with the question, what experiences, past or present, have taught you how to love? Take one more breath. Place your hands at your heart, allowing that question, that self-inquiry to inspire your intentions for practice today. Flutter your eyes open. Inhale, lift your hands to the sky. Exhale, seated side stretch to the right. Place the right hand down and move the left hand over to the right. Inhale, float back up. If it's okay for your neck, look up. Exhale, place your left hand down, seated side stretch that way. Long, smooth breaths. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, slide the right hand down. One more time each side. Inhale, long breath all the way to the top. Exhale, float over to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slide your hands toward your heart. Now, bringing your legs more into a boxy shape. So have the left shin in the front, the right shin behind, sliding the feet forward and out a little bit. So you have more of kind of a boxy shape with the shins parallel to probably the top of your mat or the wall you're facing. Turn your heart towards your left knee. You might use your blocks for this. Frame your left knee. As you turn your heart towards your left knee, take a breath in. Exhale, walk your hands in that angle your left knee is pointed, so kind of like the diagonal. And as you do that, try to allow the right hip to still be touching whatever's underneath it, whether it's a pillow or a blanket. You don't have to go very far. Just take a deep breath. Notice what you notice in your body. And then walking your blocks back and do the other side. So same leg position, turn your heart towards your right knee, lift your chest, inhale. Walk the diagonal of that knee as you exhale. Try to keep both sit bones down on the blanket or the pillow. One more breath. Does this side feel different? And walk back. And you can rock to the back of your sit bones. Switch the cross of your legs. So now place the right shin in the front. Flex your feet. Frame the left knee. Inhale the chest. Exhale, walk out, and then notice with that this subtle shift of just putting the different leg in the front, does it feel different? One more breath, recognizing what it is about this shift that feels different for you. And then walking back, turning your heart towards your right knee, walk the hands out and fold, noticing this side. Great. And then walk all the way back. You can put your blocks to the side for right now. Come into butterfly. So soles of the feet together. Lift your chest, still sitting on your prop. Take a breath. Fold over the legs, and you could bring the blocks back and slide the hands forward with the blocks underneath. Press the soles of your feet together and be really gentle with how your arms are placed and how much effort you're making in the arms. So let it be a little less effort in the arms. Just 3 deep breaths, pressing the soles of your feet together. With that question, the inquiry about experiences in your past or present that have taught you how to love. It might be a combination, or it might be whatever came up for you today, a combination of experiences, or it might be one way or the other. But generally, in my own experience, a lot of the learning of how to love has sometimes come from challenging experiences just as much as joyful experiences. One more breath. And then walk the blocks back and bring the knees together. You'll come off of your prop, whatever you're sitting on, and you'll push that to the side for right now. Creating a kind of like a half pinwheel shape with your legs. Allow the left shin to be parallel to the wall that you're facing, with the left knee coming straight forward from that hip. And then the right knee coming straight out to the side from that hip with that shin parallel to the sidewall. Take a block and walk your block out to the diagonal of the left. You can keep the arms straight. So these are options you'll get to choose. Or you'll come down onto your forearms. You can come down onto one forearm. So you have a couple of choices. As you do this, take a breath into your chest. Pull the navel in as you exhale so your core is engaged, and then lift up the right leg. And as you lift it up from the right glute. And then pulsing up and down with your core engaged 5 times, just on your own. You're pulsing up and down, but it's coming from the glute as you pulse. One more. Now make circles in one direction and circles in the other direction. Just a couple times. Okay. Come down onto your left forearm, move the block out of the side, and extend the right leg out. Now flex the foot and do 5 pulses up and down there. Up, down, up. With the leg straight from the glute. Circles in one direction. You're starting to feel that, I am. And then circles the other direction. Okay. Move your left foot back so your left shin is angled. Come back up and cross the right leg over. And you'll have to maybe adjust your hips so that your hips are on the inside of your left foot. Walk your right hand back behind you and reach your left hand up. Take a breath. Plant your right foot down. So you really notice that connection of your right foot to the floor. One more inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, twist and hook your elbow. Look at the side wall. And then go back to noticing your breath in your chest cavity. Like you were doing in the beginning meditation. Try to breathe in a 3-dimensional quality around the heart. Just visualizing that, not forcing it, but extending the breath. One more. Stay in the twist. Look forward on the inhale. Exhale, release it. And let's do all of that the second side. So you'll come onto your right hip with your legs in the pinwheel shape. So now your right shin is parallel to the wall you're facing. That knee's coming straight forward from the hip. Your left knee's coming straight out from that hip to the side wall. Bringing your block over to the side, you might come down to your forearms. The left hip is already lifted. Tone your belly, pull your navel to your spine, and then lift the left leg. Flex the foot. It'll pulse up and down 5 times from the glute, lifting the leg. So it's not just opening the knee. The foot and the knee lift together from the glute. And then circles in one direction. Circles in the other direction, keeping the core engaged this whole time. Come down onto your right forearm. You can push the block to the side, extend the left leg, flex the foot. Remember to keep the belly drawn in, and then 5 times pulse up and down. Do one more. And circles in one direction with the leg straight, the core engaged. Circles in the other direction. Okay, bend your right knee, swing that foot back so the shin's at an angle. Lift up and cross the left foot over. Move the hips more to the inside of your right foot now. Lift your right hand up. Inhale. Plant your left foot down and then twist. Hook the elbow and look at the side wall. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Slow your breath down. Feel it in your rib cage. Stay in the twist. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, release it, and come onto your hands and knees. You can place your blocks right at the top of the mat so they're ready to go. And if you need some extra padding for your knees, use your blanket and put it under your knees. Spread your fingers. Step the knees together, toning your belly. Extend your left leg back. Extend it back. Keep toning the belly. And with your left leg extended back, flex the foot, turn the left knee, the left toes out. So that's different than opening the hip. Keep your hips square and just turn the knee, the toes out. And then pulse up and down 5 times. So that's coming from the glute without dropping the belly down. And then turn the knee, the toe down. Pivot on your right knee and step your left foot back behind you for gate pose. Sweep the left arm overhead at an angle and begin to make circles. So on the inhale, extend the arm down to the floor and overhead. Exhale, bring it back behind you and toward the top hip. One more. Inhale down at the angle. And as you exhale, back and around. Now keep it by the hip. Lift that leg up. Flex the foot. Tone your belly. You have an option here to keep the leg straight and reach the hand to the sky. Or bend the knee, reach back and clasp the foot, kicking the foot back, opening your chest and lifting your chin. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Engage your core, extend the leg. Inhale. Exhale, come back onto your hands and knees, and let's do the other side. You can keep the toes curled under, or the toes can be pointed. Reach the right leg back, pulling the navel in. Without opening the hip, turn your right knee, your right toes out. And then 5 times, pulse up and down. It's a really subtle movement, engaging the glute muscle to lift the legs. It's your butt. One more. And then turn the knee, the toes back down. Pivot on your left knee and step the right foot behind you. Gate pose. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, sweep the arm back and toward the right hip. And as you inhale, down and at the diagonal. Again, exhale, big sweeping motion. Inhale, down and forward. Last one, inhale. Bring it to the hip, lifting the foot, flexing the foot, drawing the belly in, staying there, reaching the hand up, or bending the knee and clasping the foot. Not holding on too tightly. Instead, kick the foot back so the hand's just kind of grazing there. The hamstring and the glute engage. Open your chest, lift your chin, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg, draw the belly in. When you exhale, release it back to your hands and knees. Reach your chest forward, inhale. Long breath. Exhale, round your back into a cat shape. Inhale, cow shape. Reach your heart forward. Exhale, cat pose. This time, inhale, come to the back bend, curl your toes under. Exhale, lift your hips back and up, downward facing dog pose. Bend your right knee, press your left heel down. Get a deep breath as you press your hands down and forward. And switch sides, bend your left knee, press your right heel down. Now, bring your feet together, like your big toes touch. Lift your left foot up, maybe about a foot from the floor. And get a deep breath there. And as you exhale, make an arc shape up into the left. Tap the floor with your left big toe off your mat. As you inhale, up and over that arcing shape back to the first position. Inhale, up and over, tap. Exhale, up and over. Last one. Inhale. From the glute. Exhale. Bring the feet together. Let's do the other side. Lift the right foot up about a foot. Press your hands down and forward 3 times. Inhale, up and over. And tap the floor. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, up and over, making that arc shape. Exhale, up and over. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Come forward into push-up position. You can always come to your hands and knees and do the same thing on your hands and knees. Right? Otherwise, you're here lifting the left leg up. Right knee is lifted or right knee is lowered. Belly is toned in. Okay, take a breath. Same thing. Exhale, up and over, touch the floor. Inhale, back. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, back. Let's do the other side. Lift your right leg up. Tone the belly. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale and exhale. Feet are together. Open the knees wide, point your toes, and sink back to child's pose, turning your palms up. Slowing your breath down and massaging your forehead from temple to temple. One more breath. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Come up to a seat on your heels. Interlace your fingers and just open your chest. If you need to come up on your knees, do it there, depending on how your knees feel. Now, switch the clasp of your hands. So whatever index finger's on top, switch it up. Take a breath. Really nice. Come back onto your hands and knees. Bring the knees hip distance and shift the blocks onto the mat. Stepping your right foot forward. Allow your pelvis to move forward. Lift your chin and take a breath. Now, take the block under your right hand, lift it up, and walk your right foot to the edge of your mat and bring the block to the inside. Flexing your right foot so that the toes of that foot lift up. You're on the heel. Turn the toes and the knee out, allowing your pelvis to move forward, your chest to lift. Sweep your right hand up and over. Stay here or bend your left knee and reach back and clasp the foot. Again, maybe not pulling the foot with your arm. Hamstring curl, kick the foot into the glute. Your right hand can be on the outside of the foot, pushing the foot and the hand together in that way. Lift your chest, take a breath. Oh, carefully release the foot, bring your hands back to the blocks. Move your pelvis back, step the knee back to table. Let's switch sides. Left foot moves forward. Allow your pelvis to move to the top of the mat. Lift your chin, take a breath. Lift the block onto your left hand and heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat, bringing the block on the inside of the foot. Turn your left toes out, flex the foot. Then open the hip, staying here or reaching the left hand up, taking a bit of a twist, staying there or lifting the right foot, the back foot, bringing that heel into the glute and the hands on the outside of the foot, pushing the two together to help lift the chest without necessarily pulling the foot in. Okay, one more breath. Release the foot. Take the hand on the block. Move your pelvis back and shift the knee back to table. Okay, keeping the blocks at that level, some second level. Blocks are shoulder distance apart. Place your elbows on the blocks. Interlace your fingers and start to walk your knees back so that your chest starts to lower as you press your elbows into the block still, not collapsing in the armpits. Press the elbows down so there's a lift under the armpits, toning your belly, aligning your ears to your arms. If your head can really dip down, maybe just lift it up. Let it float from the floor. Take one deep breath. Walk the knees back. Okay, move your blocks off of your mat to the side. They're kind of out of your way. Come down onto your belly. You're gonna float all the way down for locust. Slide your hands back behind you. Firm your legs. Lift the left leg up from the glute. Reach it back and put it back down. Let's do the other side. Right leg lifts from the glute. Reach it back, put it back down. So the glutes are engaged and the legs are long. Lifting the heads of your shoulders, and then start to lift your head so that your ears are the height of your shoulders. So you're not dropping the head or jutting the chin forward. Start to lift the legs, the glutes engage, lift the arms like you're flying. Take a deep breath. Option to bend your knees, flex your feet, and reach back for your feet. Could be just a hamstring curl without actually grabbing the feet. Lifting the chest forward. If you do have the legs, press the feet back and up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Make a pillow with your hands and waggle your hips from side to side. Deep breaths into your belly. One more. Flip over onto your back. You come all the way over carefully onto your back. And as you come onto your back, cross your right ankle on your left thigh. Use your core to lift the legs. Your hands on your belly. Take a deep breath there. And switch sides. So left foot down, right foot down. Cross the left ankle on top. Tone your belly and lift the legs. Lower the foot. Take both feet to the mat. Walk them as wide as your mat. Place your arms on a goalpost, allowing your knees to fall to the right. Look toward your left elbow. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Switch sides. Lift the knees. Lowering the knees to the left. Look to the right. And the same thing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come back up with the knees. Lift your gaze. Give yourself a hug. Pulling your legs in with your arms. Rocking from side to side. Make your hands on your knees. Make circles with your knees in one direction. And then go the other direction. And extending your legs out for Shavasana. Staying there. Make yourself comfortable. If you need to move around, move around. And as you lie in Shavasana, this is my old book. I'm going to read a passage from Mark Nepo's book. And it's from July 8th. And he writes, like the moon, come out behind the clouds and shine, the Buddha. When I think of those who've taught me how to love, moments come to mind, not words. As far back as grade school, when Lori wouldn't stop spinning when recess ended, spinning to a deeper, higher call, she laughed, her little head back, her arms wide, trying to hug the world. Then the day Kennedy was shot, there was my choir teacher, Mr. P, crying for a man he didn't know, letting us go home, but I came back to hear him play his sad piano to what he thought was an empty room. And Grandma, holding my little hands open on her basement steps, saying, "These are the oldest things you own." or the changing faces I would wake to at the foot of my bed while recovering from surgery, or my father-in-law watering black walnuts 6 inches high that wouldn't be fully grown for 150 years, or my oldest friend who always listens like a lake. Though words can carry love, they often point to it. It is the picking up of something that has dropped and the giving of space for someone to discover for themselves what it means to be human, and the forgiving of mistakes when they realize that they are. Continue to rest in Shavasana for as long as you like. Thank you so much for showing up today and practicing. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday, and I will see you next week on Sundays with Amber.